Welcome to the Outtake Show. The show will give us the landest opinions within the movie and TV world. You got the host of the most, Yarman June is in the building. We've got another host in the building as well. We've got the silent assassin, Mazavelli. Yes. You can't tell by the title today. We're going to be reviewing Widow's Bay, a comedy horror directed by Harold Mariah, who's known for doing things such as Atlanta, The Bear. He's done a lot of A24 stuff.
He's a bit of us.
Yeah, and you know what? Fun fact, he used to be director of Childish Gambino. He started off in music videos. I think that's how he ended up doing Atlanta.
That could be you, isn't it?
If I didn't broke my Achilles, I would have been would have been a top star. Would have been out there. But yes, Widow Bay is a Apple TV show that is out right now. It follows a mayor of a small town in New England that is trying to turn his town into a tourist resort. The only problem is that the residents that are living there believe the place to be completely haunted.
Haunted. It is haunted and cursed land.
Yes, well, we don't know. That's the problem. We've got the first 2 episodes. What did we think of it?
That's a bit of me. Like, I don't really like horror films like that.
Yeah, I was kind of like, are you gonna enjoy this? But funny enough,
It's just because it's funny, isn't it?
it's funny.
It's like, I think, did he do the episode with Teddy Pendergrass?
I would like to think so, because this was given that
Let me double check.
That felt like
So,
his
but
type of vibe.
what did you think of it?
I loved it. I loved it a lot. I really love how the show really balances its horror with its comedy. I think the comedy really eases you in, and then it reminds you, hey, by the way, we're scary.
Yeah.
And it does it effortlessly. Like the first episode, I think the first episode really leans into its comedy, and then the second one kind of dabbles into the horror.
But
a
it
lot
like
more.
it starts off like,
Quite spooky, isn't it?
yeah, not spooky, but like it starts off in a way where you're just like, this is Village vibes.
Yeah, it was giving me Wicked Man vibes. Whereas like we're going to a spooky
Yeah, I was
place.
right.
Yeah. Oh, you directed that
He
episode.
he directed. It's not Pendergrass. It's Perkins.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
this spun the name for
Yeah.
like.
But yes, it is. It was Hero that actually
Yeah.
directed it as well.
Yeah.
But you can tell because when you look at the cinematography for that episode of Atlanta,
Very
and then you
similar.
look at the first episode, even the first few frames of the first episode,
Yeah.
you're like, it's got a little something to it.
Something's afoot. And from the first episode, from the first scene, we're really getting into we're actually entering the town, and so happens to be that the town is essentially what one of the characters says. Wyck is the island is actually waking up because we're greeted by this mysterious fog that somehow takes away or seemingly takes away one of the characters.
Steph.
Yes, he's Steph Roots, who
Yeah.
plays Wyck. I know him from a show called Barry. That is one of the best shows that I've ever seen. That is amazing.
You said it's really funny, isn't it? That another Apple TV show as well?
I know it's HBO.
HBO.
Yeah. Yeah.
My bad.
But yeah,
Just trying to plug here. Sorry.
trying to plug them in. But yeah, he plays. Well, should we talk about Wyck?
I mean,
Or should we talk about Tom?
Let's talk about the plot a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because the opening scene, like Junior said, we get there and we're entering the island of the town because it's kind of like one of those New England type things, like Cape Cod, type vibes where it's a little island village town vibe, and it just starts off with this like fog coming in. And what's that guy called? The one that died first?
The one that died first? Well, the captain of the ship. We don't know if he's dead though. We don't know if he's dead. I don't know his name. We don't know if he's dead though. But he was one of the village people that stirs the ship around the area.
Village people.
That's what they are.
See it.
That's the vibe that they were giving, man. That's what the vibe they were giving. But yeah, the first episode follows this fog taking the captain of a ship that's going down to the docks. Unfortunately, this is the same day that the mayor Tom has decided to invite a New York Times journalist to come to talk about.
A travel journalist.
Yeah, to talk
and
about
it's basically like bro is on a mission to do what Lorelai did in Gilmore Girls, where she just makes this quaint little like village hotel become the it spot. Again, it's in New England.
Yeah. There's themes going on here.
Look, it's just a scary version of Gilmore Girls. You've got unruly Pitney. So the Mayor Tom's son is called Evan. He's an unruly Pitney.
He's a bad breed.
With again an absent parent. We don't know if his mum's dead or she's just not there. But again, it's just a comic, scary version of Gilmore Girls.
Yeah, literally. So while this journalist is in the town, Mayor Tom is panicking. The whole town seems to believe in this curse, and obviously, like, this town has a history. Like, once the journalist arrives and goes inside the museum, we realize that this town has a lot of backstory, a lot of madness.
They did their own version of Salem witch trials, cannibalism. When the first settlers came down to the country, or to the land, to the settlement, there was this huge storm or whatever. Again, coming back to how the weather, but just is a huge element in how people behave and all of this stuff. There's this huge storm and people are locked in for time. So the only answer is what? Cannibalism.
Well, as it always resort to that. You can't just you can starve for quite a long time. It's water that you really need.
Yeah. And you can saturate that. I've watched a lot of Bear Grylls. From urine. Yeah. I've watched a lot of Bear Grylls, isn't it?
Yeah. He's not all the way there.
But so is not Wicks.
Shout out to Wicks. We do have Wicks, probably the only person in the town that not only believes it's cursed, but actually wants to do stuff about it to make sure no one else gets harmed.
And the thing is, Wyck used to be the town mayor when Tom was a kid.
Yeah. Their history gets deep. There's a lot of fiction between them. I think the most craziest moments for me was when Wyck just tore his whole arsehole open, basically.
Yeah, he said, you're a punk ass bitch. You'll never be a leader.
Yeah. Oh, that line was crazy when
I said, hey.
When he said, hey, remember when you used to knock on my house? And he's like, that's what you're talking about when we was kids?
Is that what you're getting up? Ding dong ditch? You're getting upset about ding dong ditch?
He's like, but the thing is, you never knocked my house, did you? You just pretended to, so your friends can think that you did that.
You just pretended to press the bell and then you'd run away and ditch.
From a kid, you've been a bitch, and now you're a grown man, bitch.
And that's why you'll never be a leader. And I said, hey. Hey.
How do you respond to that? You have to just walk away, innit?
Coming from a crackhead like you, I don't care.
You think Wyck's a crackhead? You have to really look a little bit.
No.
He has some valid points at some moment.
He does. You think crackheads don't have valid moments? Haven't you heard of crackhead knowledge? They spit bars. Have you seen that video where there's like this guy and he's interviewing this other guy and he's like, he's not a crackhead. He's probably just has really bad alcohol problems. But he's like interviewing this guy and he's like, what's the capital of England? And he's like, and then the guy is in the background going, England. And he's like, what's...
Oh, yeah. Answer all the questions.
He answers all the questions and he's correct every single time.
Yeah, but the guy that's on camera is getting it very wrong.
He's not listening. Even to a point where he's like, oh, but like, what's London? He's like, London's the capital of the United Kingdom. What are you talking about? And I'm like, bro, this guy's spitting facts.
Are you saying that's Wyck? He did have a great theory off camera about Wyck.
I think Wyck is the modern version of an oracle.
Yeah, because he seemed the only one that's...
He predicts things, bro.
Very aware of what's going on and only one that wants to actually do something about it. So it's going to be very interesting seeing how their relationship progress, seeing that they have a past and obviously fiction starting to build.
Then if we look at like Heroes' stuff, like for example, that episode in Atlanta, it is very like mythology based and he does do a bit of archetypes.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah. We'll see. And I guess that kind of brings us to, well, actually, I was going to go to episode 2, but episode 1.
So much stuff happens in episode 1.
Yeah.
So let's break it down. We meet everyone that works in the Met office.
Yeah.
His assistant is some old lady.
That always goes on breaks.
She's an old lady. Leave her alone.
Well, his colleague, I feel like his colleague That female colleague he has.
No, I think this like it's giving brother and sister.
Oh, that's the vibe you're getting from it.
Yeah.
You might be right. He don't seem like he's on that at all, but there's just like...
They just got like really good banter.
Yeah. Fair enough.
They should have a podcast together. It would be banging. I would actually listen to that podcast.
Talk about the tales of Widow Bay.
Yeah, and she'd be like, I've got a poem, and he'd be like, la 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 la. Spoiler for episode 2.
We also have the sheriff. What's his name?
I think that's the only black man.
He's the only black guy in the village.
Apart from the riot.
Only black guy in the series. I don't know if it was in episode 1 or episode 2, but he made it very clear of like he's trying to get out of here as soon as possible.
Yeah, I don't think he was born there either.
Yeah, and I guess that brings more into like Wyck's theory of like there's a lot of
lore. So obviously then they're trying to find my guy who went missing in the boat. He goes to the restaurant.
Yeah.
He's having this interview with the New York journalist, and he's like, I love this place. This is the next Mary Sutton, which is like basically like Cape Cod.
Yeah.
And he's like, what? He's like, yeah, I love it. The village, the people, vibes. Yeah. Skibbity dat bat 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 pow.
Yeah.
And then he's like, great, oh my God, great. Power cut.
Yeah. And then Tom is actually starting to believe what's going on now.
He's starting to prang out. He's like, no, don't go into the fog. Something is trying to kill you. Bam, lights back on. Brother comes back. Homeboy who was missing for half of the episode. He's just dropped on the floor. Out of nowhere.
Yeah, he's back. And it seems like, and obviously he has an incident with him in the hospital where he goes crazy. White eyes
and stuff. And don't you think it was interesting? So there's like one of the articles where it was showing how like sailors would go into the mist and then they would go crazy and they would try to kill each other.
Yeah.
The still of him trying to kill Tom looked exactly like the still image of the sailors. Word.
Disconnected. Very much so.
Yeah, I mean, it's a proper whodunit.
It's very much so. And then
what was it you said off camera about True Detectives?
There's a lot of mixture of like horror, mystical, supernatural stuff happen, and then there's something logical happens afterwards to explain the supernatural activities. So like with the fog and guy going missing, he returns. He ends up in hospital, but obviously there's some supernatural stuff happening with him in terms of his eyes, but that can be broke down to other stuff of alcoholism, but then you find out he has no alcohol in his system. But then we have episode 2 where there's a lot of like lore.
Wait, no. You said that it was like True Detective Night Country.
Yeah.
That kind of vibe.
Yeah, because of the supernatural stuff, but the logical elements to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then we have the end of episode 1, before we talk about episode 2, we have the cut scene where it shows what's happening underneath this.
So right at the end, after my guy comes back, everyone's like, oh, the electricity turns on, and after he's already screams, oh, there's something out there to get you, the writer goes, you don't have to make a gimmick like Salem. Like, I got you.
Yeah.
And then it pans down. And you're thinking, oh, it's just going into the cellar.
Yeah.
It goes past the cellar. And it keeps going down. And then you see an execution chair.
Yeah.
And it's just empty. And then it pans to the right. And you just see like, you know those like old doors that you'd see for like where you'd go for a tornado room? Or like the basement.
Yeah.
But just there. And you're thinking, what is that for?
All chained up.
What are they hiding in there?
What are they keeping in there? Is it really? I think, I don't know, we're going to get some... It's given the village or some sacrifice or some demon stuff that's happening within here. It's getting very spooky vibes. But then we have episode 2, which kind of dives a little bit more into the horror or the supernatural nature of it all, as we have Mayor Tom trying to prove to the residents that the hotel that he wants the tourists to stay at isn't haunted.
What happened at the beginning of the episode is we get that the article is a hit.
Yeah.
They're getting, yeah, it's lit, everybody go out. Hey, go shake Nash.
Okay. I'm not sure if they said that, but the lines.
It's basically it's lit. This is the next Cotswold.
Yeah.
This is the Cotswold of New England. Come on, guys.
Come on through.
Yeah. So now everyone's thinking, okay, we need to. They've made pamphlets. They've made books. Tom's assistant, what's her name?
She has a poem. She has a
Patricia. Shout out my girl Patricia.
Yeah.
Love her, Pat. Love her, Pat. Patricia's made a poem. The poem didn't make the cut. But anyway, she's excited too.
Yeah.
They're like getting ready to go into the town. They're showing all the books. They're going to the cafe. The cafe's got a new coffee machine. My guy's like, nobody's drinking that though. And he's like, the tourists will drink.
Yeah.
It's giving like Field of Dreams. Build it and they will come.
Literally.
Build it and they will come.
Literally. And I think the town is very skeptical about the tourists coming down. And even the guy that runs the hotel, he's obviously, a lot of people spent a lot of money in hopes that the tourists will come. The article was planning to be a hit. So I guess now it's like, where would they all stay? Of course, we've got this huge hotel where the residents can come down. But the people living there are like, you want them to stay there.
Ooh.
Like, I don't know about
it's
that.
Giving,
that place over there.
what's that hotel in LA that everyone's scared of?
No idea.
Cecil Hotel, innit?
I don't know about these scary hotels.
Bruv, you love horror films.
Yeah, not real life. What aim is in real life? But yeah, they have it.
Yeah, it's Hotel Cecil. So, this is why I said it. Hotel Cecil, downtown Los Angeles, opened in 1924. It's notorious for its history of suicide, murders, unexplained deaths, including links to serial killers.
Yeah, which we had a few of them in the very hotel in Widow Bay, which the townspeople convinced Tom to prove that it's not haunted by staying there for the night, which he attempts.
And this is all because of what happened. Wyck goes up to the hotel, starts banging up the door. He
Lock
says,
up the door.
"You're not gonna move me."
I ain't gonna lie, if he did that, I'd be like, yo, you actually shouldn't stay here. Like, we shouldn't go inside the hotel.
No, but he looked drunk.
Yeah.
He looked cracked out.
Wyck looked like he was tripping.
But
the townspeople actually love Wyck. Because even when the police officer took him away...
Everybody loves the Oracle.
The police officer...
No matter how cracked out they are, everyone loves their Oracle.
Security, like, the sheriff didn't do anything crazy to him.
He didn't even give him handcuffs.
They waited for him to finish, put him in the back of the car. The town people... Obviously, Tom cussed him out, called him a hick. Everyone's like, whoa. That's our guy. Like, wow.
Did you hear what you just called me?
That was funny. The show was really funny. The show was really funny.
You called me a hick.
Yeah, and from there, the townspeople are hating on Tom. Tom wants to prove that, like...
A damn hick. That's what they called him.
Yeah.
You fucking damn hick.
Yeah. So he spends a night in the hotel.
That's funny though, because hick and Wyck, right?
I guess that's why he said it.
Oh my god, whoever's the writer for this show, give them all the money.
No, it's very well written, funny show. And I guess through that, we're now getting more into the horror element with him actually staying at the hotel, and lots of twists and turns happen with him being there. At first, we're quite skeptical about the horror element and what's taking place. We're hearing like strange music, strange noises, but there always be like an answer to where these noises are coming from. Until he finds out there's another person actually staying in the hotel with him, opposingly, and they go for...
And they just make best friends.
Yeah, literally.
The best buddies
playing
forever.
the weirdest games ever. There was Daddy's Home.
You know, Daddy's... That's an Usher song for sure. Home.
That's some freaky stuff, bro.
Home for me.
Freaky ass boy. So they're playing all these games, chopping it up, dapping each other. He says, you know what, I got confidence now. Because obviously
But why is he friendly to why is the ghost friendly to him? Is that a ghost though?
Trying to get him. You have to play with your food before you eat it. Dead ass. Don't cut that.
Pause.
But yeah. So what happens next? Then we have him
doing all this it's kind of like initiations. Like he's going through initiations.
He's doing a checklist. He's checking off all the different like superstitions that's within the hotel and proving that it's wrong. and also filming it on videotape. Which, firstly, like the moment he got that videotape, I was like, this is gonna be some scary shit. Like he's holding a video camera to document his experience in a
It's
haunted
giving
place.
paranormal activity.
Yeah, it was getting spooky. But he does everything, but he has one last thing to do, and that's of course go down into the deep dark basement.
Yeah, which is they have a crawl space.
Yeah.
Which is the last thing one of the ladies say in the bar where he's getting the food for him and Evan.
Yeah.
So he's crawling, innit? What happens after is he's crawling?
Oh well, we hear his neighbor, his supposed neighbor, appear down by the end of the hallway of the crawl space, asking if he can give him a hand. Obviously, Tom's like,
Pause.
I'm
Pause. Pause.
like, I'm good, bro. I'm right. My man didn't hear that. He decides to start crawling in there with him. And this is probably the scariest part that I've seen in these 2 episodes, where this is where the horror really gets into.
And it's the jump scares. The jump scares in this are just like unprecedented because you don't expect it.
That one got me. I was like, oh shit, I've got this shit scary. Because as he's crawling fast. He's like, yeah, Tom, what's up? That's my bone. Daddy's home. And then he then glitches and turns into the killer clown, which they've spoken about. And then he lunges onto Tom, and then Tom wakes up back in his room.
And so we're now waking up, we're having Tom, and he's going to go and meet everyone and say, look, I did everything. Yeah. But what happens?
They look at the footage. I look at, obviously, the hotel has some cameras inside the lobby room where they've been hanging out playing games, and they noticed that this so-called neighbor or friend he had is not there at all. It's just himself talking to himself. So it turns out maybe this is not who he think he was vibing with. And obviously Wyck's there, so he's like, yo, I told you.
I told y'all niggas. And you know what that relationship kind of reminds me of? The Shining.
Yeah. Literally word for word, bar for bar. So when he finds out that he still wants to prove that he's not haunted. So what did he use to get the guy that runs the hotel to stay in the room for just like 10 seconds, 30 seconds to see what's going on? Obviously he's petrified. Man's praying to God Almighty for help. But while he's doing that, they realize that inside the hotel room, there's wallpaper being ripped off. That's like slightly being ripped off. And they see behind it, there's black mold all over it.
And black mold makes people, you know,
little bit loopy. So they now have a viable, logical reason what he was experiencing was just the effects of the black mold. And that's why I feel like this show is going to really play with the supernatural, but also have some logical explanations.
I think that the reason why everyone is freaking out about the fog, and this is my theory, is that the fog is some sort of biochemical thing because the government's doing something off island near the main island. But because the island is within range, it comes in and it drugs out people.
Oh, I swear. I feel like it's going to be some supernatural stuff where it's like the townspeople, the original townspeople, like did a deal with the devil and set a curse. That's why no one supposedly that was born there is allowed to leave. Generations have to stay there because of this deal they made.
But how long? What did they get in exchange? Because right now it's looking at nothing. That deal is dead. Oh, so like, can I stay here? Yeah, but you got to make a deal with me. Okay, so I'm staying here forever. But we're all broke.
Probably to survive, innit? Because no one has actually died. Like, how much time have they been dying? Witches been getting killed? Cannibalism, like.
No, bare people are dying.
Yeah.
There was a witch hunt. People got ate.
Yeah, because of that, they're like, yo, can we start?
Yeah, but what was the deal?
Not to hurt us no more. I mean, we'll stay.
That doesn't, because they've been dying from the job. So what is the deal? Because
we'll find out.
People can't leave the island, they die. It's not looking like the place has got much money.
I mean, the journalist said the place is lit.
Yeah, for like 2 days.
He said, "What to live there?"
I wouldn't want to live there.
I wouldn't want to live there.
You know, you're like, oh, this place is nice and quaint. It's nice and fun and quaint when you're there for like 2-3 days and you've been hustling
best thing
in the city.
Yeah.
And then you come here, oh, this is nice. But to live there, you'll be bored as hell.
Hell yeah.
Do you think they even have an everyman there?
There ain't gonna be no cinemas in there. And he said that every man, the bougie is one of them all. That shit ain't gonna have nothing. We'll be lucky if it has one of those like outdoor projectors.
No, it definitely has
cinema
one of those,
cinemas.
but like
You think
the
one of
projector,
those?
the projector occasionally
Well,
kaputs.
cursed.
Yeah, but occasionally it kaputs, and then like the fog comes and
It's a
everyone has to.
kaput. He's 60 years old.
It kaputs, and occasionally everyone has to leave because power
outages
outages were
happening
happening.
on the
So now
regs.
everyone has to walk home.
Yeah.
They don't have a TFL. Do you think I'll survive? I'm barely surviving in these tube strikes.
Okay. It's packed in a lot here. It's just a show. But yeah, I'm excited to see how it plays through. I do want to get like somewhat of a good explanation on what's going on. But the comedy is actually keeping me quite entertained.
Yeah, you know what?
Tommy's hilarious.
The old grandma, she can come on in.
Yeah.
Come on in, Granny.
Yeah. His only one that's bad vibes is the kid. But I ain't gonna lie, there's reason why he's bad vibes.
Bro, it's dead.
Man's stuck there for very long.
There's nothing to do.
I think he's gonna try to run away, and we're gonna find out if you can really actually leave.
Yeah, but then we'll find out if he's really his dad or not.
Damn. You think? Shit. Well, let us know in the comments down below what you guys think. Any predictions, any theories that you have, let us know when we talk about it in the next episode. Into next week.
Bye.